let's play a little further with my statement from an hour ago, because I saw some people sort of agree and some didn't. The idea that it feels like this whole week has been about the Niners. I don't say that because I'm looking for that content or we're creating that content. I just mean everything I've heard about this game, from Vegas, the personalities of the 49ers are being highlighted. The Brock Purdy story for sure. George Kittle, Nick Bosa. You're getting trash talk from Diamador Lenore, Deebo Samuel. You're getting all this stuff out there, and you do hear a lot of people say that the 49ers have the absolute most stacked roster, and there is just this sort of can they do it question that I think owns the week. Now, some people responded and said, no, this week's been all about the Chiefs. And I'd argue the only way you could possibly mean that is that most of the public seems to think that the Chiefs are going to win. Again, all of the six-figure bets have been on the 49ers. Do with that what you will. But I understand a lot of people think the Chiefs are going to win, but I'm telling you, man, I mean, even who's been the biggest media personality in the NFL this year? It's an easy answer.
The biggest media personality?
That's a player.
Probably Travis Kelce.
Thank you. Who's the second biggest media personality?
Taylor Swift.
No. Who's a player? A player.
The second biggest in the league? I mean, geez, no one on the Niners.
I'll argue that his last name rhymes with the last name of the first answer you gave me.
Travis?
Travis Kelce.
Schmavis?
No, Kelce. This guy's last name rhymes with Kelce.
Oh, it would be Peter Pelce.
No, Jason Kelce.
Oh, yeah.
These two guys.
Well, just later in the year when he took his shirt off.
But their podcast has gone absolutely bananas this year.
It has.
They are the two biggest personalities. They have had the biggest upward bullet in terms of their platform, in terms of their attention, all of this. Then we get to Super Bowl. Gone.
Yeah, what's to say?
Gone.
Travis Kelce did say today that their practice yesterday got a little chippy.
Oh.
Yeah. They're getting a little bit anxious to get out there and play. And I think all the stuff around Kansas City is more ethereal in terms of what this would mean for the legacy, Patrick's legacy. And is this team then a dynasty? And where do they rank among all-time great teams if they are a dynasty? How many teams have won 3 in 5? And you start to put them into that category, whereas the Niners are complaining about the field and they are, complaining about Brock Purdy not being MVP and he's disrespected and all the other stuff that's come out. It hasn't really been complaining or whining as far as I can tell.
I agree.
But the storylines have been more, I think, centered around the Niners this week and what's going on this week. And the Chiefs stuff has been more about, the pantheon and like these great grand ideas.
Well, I think that I agree with you. And I think part of it is also this, like people are bored with the Chiefs. The Niners are the new, this year's like, oh, look, the Niners are here.
Right.
Last year, ooh, look, the Eagles are here. Let's talk about the Eagles. Before that, hey, Tom Brady in his own stadium. That's kind of cool. I get it. The Chiefs are there almost every year. So it feels tired and it feels played out. So that's definitely one of the reasons why. But I also just think that it comes down to questions in people's minds. Nobody's got any questions about the Chiefs. No one has any questions. We know who they are.
Other than who are they?
No, they're champs.
Right.
They're champs. They're Patrick Mahomes. They're Andy Reid. They're Travis Kelce. And the very famous singer we'll be watching.
Right.
We don't have any questions. We expect them to show up. They always do. They're good. They win most of the time, not all the time. The Niners are this wild card. And they walk in swashbuckling, quite frankly. Big personalities, big names, big money, big history, big fan base, big talk. Brock Purdy, number 1 most discussed player in the NFL this year. So everything feels big, and it just, to me, my perception is They walked into Vegas, and they were 18 of the top 20 stories that everybody wanted to talk about.
Right. Well, the biggest stories are, Kelsey and his girlfriend, Mahomes as one of the greatest to ever do it, and Purdy and McCaffrey and Kittle and all the rest of it, and Bosa, and you go all the way down the list, and you're right, of the top 20, most of them are Niner-based, and part of it, too, is because the Niners like to talk, and George Kittle is out there, and he's, great soundbite, and Nick Bosa's got that demeanor, and, Mahomes did his thing in the press conference, but other than that, he's been mostly silent, and even the Niners fullback, it's about his wife and her snappy garments.
Totally.
I mean, that's a story, too.
Absolutely.
So all the way across the board, yeah, Kelsey's good, and he's got a famous girlfriend, and Mahomes might be the greatest ever, and Andy Reid still has that mustache. Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
By the way, I don't think a damn thing changes about Mahomes' legacy if he wins this game. I know people are like, well, it's another opportunity to inch closer to Tom Brady's record. Okay, fine, whatever. Like, nobody, if he loses this game, is going to be like, well, now Patrick's not the best QB in the NFL anymore. Yeah, he is.
No, but if he wins this, he becomes one of only 5 to have 3 or more.
Yeah, but how many have 2?
I think about 12.
Okay. That's what I mean.
No, but you take a big step up that rung.
Every time
when
you
Steph
win
won the MVP in the finals,
sure.
He joined a group of people who had regular season MVP, finals MVP, and 4 titles. That's a small list.
Absolutely. What I'm getting at, though, is I don't need him to win this game for me to feel like he's one of the best of all time. I already do. Right,
and he's the best in football right now.
Yeah.
But if he wins this one, then you look at the pantheon of people who have 3 or more, and it's Aikman, it's Bradshaw, it's Brady, and it's
Montana.
There you go. There's I can't believe I left him for last. I think it's those 4.
Yeah, look, there's no
because Elway's got 2.
He takes another step up the ladder, but at age 28, excuse me while I yawn, like he's going to win more. He's going to win more.
You never know. Nothing's promised in this league.
No, that's true. But I'd bet on it. I'd bet he's not done. I'd bet that
if I set the over-under for Super Bowls for Mahomes the rest of his career at a half, you'd probably take the over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Including this weekend?
Of course.
Yes.
How about at 1.5? You think he gets at least 2 more?
I'd probably bet yes.
You still would bet the over, yeah.
Based on what we've seen.
Yeah, based on the fact that he's got a chance on Sunday.
Almost every year that he's played. And he has gone to the AFC title game every year that he's played.
It's crazy.
Ask me if Brock Purdy over under a half.
Well, you'd bet over. How about 1.5?
Over.
How about 2.5?
Now we're getting a little dicey.